never broken any of the PEX lines. We've had them freeze, but they've never broken. Knock on wood.
If you can't tell by my voice, I am a little sick right now. We're actually all sick. Despite not feeling well, the show must go on.
Just constantly am getting issues with it, so it's time for an upgrade. All right, so today what I'm going to be working on is the electrical panel. So this is one of our last things we have to work on before we can start insulating and closing up the walls. I still have the AC to do, but for the most part, this is the last thing. So today I'm just going to be working on just finishing up this electrical panel. I mean, whenever we do that little bump out area, I still have to run an extra breaker or two to that room, but I'm going to wait until this is sitting on the mountain property on its foundation before I run those wires, so I don't have a bunch of spool of wire waiting to go out, and you know, things are still subject to change, so you never know. So one thing I wanted to point out before I get too ahead of myself was this first breaker right here. This is a 20 amp breaker, and that is actually for the exterior outlets. This actually is going to be a problem for me. The reason why is because it's an arc fault / GFCI breaker, which is a great thing to have for all your standard outlets. But one thing I've noticed was, like, if I plug in saws or whatnot into an outlet that's protected by these, they trip real easy. Like using a chop saw or a table saw or anything, they trip constantly. So I'm going to run a standard breaker there just for the exterior outlets.
Good call. Because it's very annoying whenever I'm using something that's also on it and then it trips.
You'll lose your power.
It's like, oh, Spencer's using a saw. Really?
Yeah.
You're talking so well. They're fishing with PEX out the front door. What are you trying to catch?
A shark.
Whoa.
Got it.
Is that easy? What are you reading here, bud?
It's Dad. On the west. What?
All right, so everything is at a good start right now. All my wires all my breakers are all done with the exception of one so far, because somehow I grabbed a pigtail breaker instead of a plug-on neutral. I don't know how I did that. I must have had too many things in my hands at one time. So anyways, gotta exchange that, and also I need some grounding, or I need a grounding bar. Didn't realize that the breaker panel didn't come with a grounding bar, so I'll have to get that. But other than that, it's pretty much good to go for right now. I will add one more for the AC, and of course once we bring this out to the property, then I'm going to have to run a couple more wires, like for the water pump and any electrical power out in that little utility room. So it's not totally done, but I mean, we're pretty close. All right, so my next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and quickly insulate all these PEX lines. So not only will they be protected by that, but also what we're going to do in the walls is most likely a flash and bat. So we're going to do 1 inch of spray foam, and then the rest of the cavity will be mineral wool. So they should be pretty protected. But also one thing I wanted to point out, because we've had some hard freezes here at our house, and we've never broken any of the PEX lines. We've had them freeze, but they've never broken, knock on wood. But we've broken other things, like inside that pump house before we insulated it. We broke PVC pipes, we broke a well pump, a water filter housing, but none of the PEX lines have ever broken. So I think we should be okay within these walls of just all that insulation protecting these pipes.
It is a nice day. All right, now listen. You don't have long, okay? You have got this. 1 take and go. No pressure. The battery's fine.
So what am I saying?
Oh my God.
All right, so most of my pipe insulation is done. I have 8 to 10 feet left. I'm out of insulation, so I'm going to move on to the next thing, which is the lighting in the bathroom. This, I believe, is the last thing in the bathroom. So all I'm going to do this time around is we're not installing those canisters. They're just air seal canisters, and also they help stop any overheating of a light from catching in the insulation. Well, we're using spray foam and then also mineral wool. So the mineral wool's definitely not going to catch on fire. And they're LED lights, so it's not an issue. Heat's not an issue with those. So what we're doing with those is it's a little square box, and then it's going to mount directly to the drywall. So it's going to save a lot of space, because those canisters, I don't even believe there's enough room to use those canisters within this this current space that we have. So.
If you can't tell by my voice, I am a little sick right now, so sorry about sounding like this. We're actually all sick. But that being said, we have a lot of work that we want to get done on this build, especially before the baby comes. So despite not feeling well, the show must go on. So let's go over to Spencer and I'll let him explain what all he's going to be doing today. It's slightly terrifying to watch. Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up. It's like the most awkward thing to have to lay down. You okay?
Yeah.
You made it look easy.
All right, so today what I'm working on is actually for the AC. So since we are such low on wall space in our cabin, we can't do what we did in our house, which was the wall mounted mini splits. So this time around, what we're going to be doing is ceiling mounted. Well, the problem with ceiling mounted is I'm very limited on space. At least from the roof, the ceiling of the interior space to the ceiling of the container, there's not much space. So I'm gonna have to build another bump out like I did with the ERV. So there will be 2 ceiling mounted cassettes, and so that means I have to build 2 boxes to raise the roof.
Are you ready to raise the roof?
Oh God. Don't want to lose that.
I was about to say, that looks important. This thing is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
That's what she said.
Who is she?
Who is she? right, go to mama, that's fine. I love you, baby.
Well guys, it's another beautiful day and we are out here again working on these AC boxes. Your Flu crew is trying to get things done. I'm just kidding, I don't know if we have the flu. It just rhymed, that's why I said it. So, Spencer has all the pieces cut for these boxes. He's gonna work on getting them all welded and put together so we can start the process of getting our 2 gigantic holes cut in the roof of the shipping container, because that'll be the next step. How you doing, Spencer?
I slept like crap last night. I thought I was getting better, and then my throat just got really bad. I think that I did not sleep very well.
This is all just getting us ready for a newborn. Hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You're gonna be okay. Honestly, the worst part about all of this is just the sick kids. That's the hardest thing. We're all gonna get through it though. And you know what I'm gonna make today for lunch? Chicken noodle soup. Two coyotes over there.
All right, well, I guess it's RIP to this welder. Gotten some good use out of it over the years. Built our house, most of the cabin. It's just, it's been giving me issues probably for the last 1.5 to 2 years, and it's pretty much to the point where I just gotta throw in the towel. I've been trying to finesse it and mess with all the settings and replace parts here and there, and I just constantly am getting issues with it. So it's time for an upgrade.
I've only got to weld about what, a foot, maybe a little over a foot, and so much better. Oh my goodness, like it's smooth, consistent, has very minimal spatter, which using flux core wire, you're going to have spatter no matter what, but that was a big improvement. It's like half as much spatter. It's crazy. And even when you can hear the generator run differently when I'm welding, the generator really ramps up, where before it would ramp up but just like didn't sound like it was trying to keep up. All right, so we got younger beardless Spencer here. I gotta say, I mean, I always like the change, but then I realize I feel like a child. I don't think Ken's likes it. She likes the beard better. But anyways, so today what I'm working on is finishing up these boxes. Unfortunately, with
the kids being sick, us being sick, doctor's appointments, things haven't been going as planned. So these boxes have taken me the last, what, 3 or 4 days to construct, which isn't ideal. So anyways, today I get to notch a hole through the side of the boxes, so that way, because they're going to be raised above the shipping container roof, and my air conditioning lines will be coming out, and the drain pump line will be coming out the side of the boxes and then down the back side of the container. So that being said, let's get started.